When a woman starts distancing herself from you and ignoring you, most men react the wrong way. They panic, they chase, they send long messages, ask her what's wrong, and try to convince her to stay. But here's the truth. When a woman pulls away, your reaction determines everything. The weak man scrambles for her attention. He overthinks, overtexts, and overcompensates. And guess what? That only pushes her further away. A woman will never respect a man who begs for her time. The more you chase, the more she loses interest. Now here's what a strong masculine man does. He doesn't chase. He doesn't argue. He doesn't even explain himself. He steps back. He lets her feel his absence. He controls his emotions instead of letting his emotions control him. This is where real power lies. Women test men all the time, even when they don't realize it. Pulling away is one of those tests. She's watching how you'll react. If you lose control, she sees weakness. But if you hold your ground and stay unbothered, her interest spikes again. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to do when a woman starts ignoring you. You won't be wasting time on desperate moves that don't work. You'll learn how to handle the situation like a man, with confidence, discipline, and strategy. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how to make her rethink her decision, regret ignoring you, and come back on your terms. Let's get into it. 1. Stop reaching out immediately. The moment a woman starts ignoring you, the first thing you must do is nothing. No texts, no calls, no social media reactions, just silence. This is where most men fail. They can't handle the discomfort of being ignored, so they reach out, trying to fix things. But by doing that, they show weakness. A woman values a man she respects, not a man who chases after her like a lost puppy. The more you try to force her attention, the more she pulls away. Think of it like a game of tug-of-war. If she lets go of the rope and you keep pulling, you fall flat on your face. The same thing happens when you chase a woman who is ignoring you. Instead of reacting emotionally, step back. Let her notice your silence. This works on a psychological level. Women are emotional creatures. They need to feel something to stay interested. When you stop reaching out, she starts wondering, why isn't he chasing me? Did he lose interest? Is he talking to someone else? Now, instead of you overthinking, she's the one thinking about you. Another reason why you must stop reaching out is self-respect. A high-value man doesn't beg for attention. If a woman is ignoring you, she's making a choice. Your job isn't to convince her otherwise. Your job is to respond like a man of value by showing that you don't tolerate disrespect. Let's take a real-life example. Imagine two men in the same situation. One man gets ignored and immediately texts, "Hey, are you okay? Did I do something wrong?" He looks weak. The second man sees he's being ignored and does nothing. A few days later, the woman texts him, "Hey, haven't heard from you?" Who has the power now? The second man, because he didn't chase. Women don't respect men who seek validation. The moment she feels like she's the prize and you're just another guy hoping for her attention, she loses interest. On the other hand, when you stay silent and unbothered, you shift the dynamic. Suddenly, you're the one in control. Here's the reality. A woman knows exactly what she's doing when she ignores you. She's not too busy. She saw your text, she just chose not to respond. And that's fine. But your response determines whether she comes back with respect or walks away forever. So your first move? Stop all contact. Let her feel your absence. That's when the real shift begins. 2. Shift your focus away from her. After you stop reaching out, the next step is to remove your attention from her completely. Most men go silent, but still sit around thinking about her, checking her social media and waiting for her to text. That's weak. A woman can sense when a man is mentally obsessed with her, even if he's not saying anything. That kind of energy kills attraction. The only way to flip the situation is to detach fully and put your focus back where it belongs, on yourself. The modern dating world has made men too emotional when dealing with women. They put their whole self-worth in a woman's hands, thinking they need her validation to feel important. This mindset is exactly why men get played. A high-value man doesn't beg for attention. He doesn't sit around wondering why she's ignoring him. He redirects his focus to becoming a stronger, sharper, and more disciplined version of himself. Start with your physical appearance. Hit the gym, fix your posture, and dress better. A man who improves himself physically gains confidence, and women pick up on that instantly. Even if she's ignoring you now, she will notice the change over time. Women are always observing, even when they pretend they're not. Get serious about your financial and personal growth. Women respect ambition. If she sees you sitting around doing nothing, she will never take you seriously. But if she notices you're making moves, working on your business, leveling up your career, and staying focused, she'll realize she might have misjudged you. This is when doubt creeps into her mind. Your social life needs to improve as well. Get out, meet new people, and expand your circle. Women feel a strong emotional pull when they realize a man has a fun and exciting life without them. This taps into their fear of missing out. If she sees you enjoying yourself, building connections, and not chasing her, she starts to wonder if she made a mistake by pulling away. Your digital presence matters. Stop liking her posts. Stop watching her stories. Stop engaging with her online in any way. When she sees that you're not watching, she will start wondering why. Women are addicted to attention, and when that attention suddenly disappears, it messes with their emotions. She will check your profile. She will start to wonder if you lost interest. That's when the dynamic shifts in your favor. Women lose interest when they feel like they've figured you out. Predictability is the killer of attraction. If she knows exactly how you'll react, she gets bored. But when you become unpredictable, when you pull back and focus on yourself instead of her, she starts feeling something different, curiosity. And curiosity leads to attraction. This isn't about playing games. This is about being a man who naturally commands respect. When you put your energy into yourself, you won't even care if she comes back. And ironically, that's when she will start chasing again. 3. Control your emotions like a man. The biggest mistake men make when a woman pulls away is reacting emotionally. They get frustrated, overthink, and let their feelings control their actions. They send long texts, beg for explanations, or get passive-aggressive. All of this makes them look weak. Women do not respect men who cannot control their emotions. The moment she senses that you're emotionally unstable over her, she knows she has all the power. A man who is truly strong doesn't let a woman's behavior dictate his mindset. He remains in control no matter what. When she ignores him, he does not react. When she distances herself, he does not panic. He stays calm because he understands something most men don't. Women are emotional and inconsistent by nature. They have mood swings, they test men, and sometimes they pull away just to see how strong you really are. If you break down every time she does this, you fail the test. You must develop emotional resilience. This means training yourself to remain composed even in situations that trigger you. If you feel the urge to text her, stop yourself. If you feel frustrated, go to the gym, work on your goals, and keep moving forward. Instead of giving into emotions, channel them into productivity. A man who can do this becomes rare, and women are drawn to rarity. There's a reason why women chase men who seem indifferent. It's not because they want to be mistreated, it's because they are wired to respond to emotional stability. When a man remains unshaken, he becomes intriguing. She starts wondering why he isn't affected. She starts questioning if she actually has any power over him. And that doubt is what makes her emotions shift in your favor. Most men think being emotional will make a woman care more. This is false. If you act needy, desperate, or overly sensitive, she loses respect for you. Women are not attracted to men who seek validation from them. They are attracted to men who are self-sufficient, mentally strong, and unbothered by their emotional games. If you want proof, look at the types of men women chase. It's never the ones who pour their hearts out and beg for love. It's the men who seem in control of their own lives, who have options, and who are too focused on their own mission to be emotionally unstable over one woman. That is the kind of man you need to become. When a woman distances herself from you, your reaction will determine everything. If you break down, she will distance herself even more. If you stay calm, remain focused, and refuse to let her behavior shake you, she will feel that. And over time, she will come back. Not because you forced her to, but because you proved you are the kind of man women do not want to lose. 4. Build an abundance mindset. A woman will never respect a man who acts like she's his only option. The moment she senses that you're desperate to keep her, she loses interest. Women are biologically wired to be drawn to men who have options. It signals high value. That's why the men who get the most attention from women are usually the ones who don't need it. If she's pulling away, it's because she feels like she has the power. And why does she feel that way? Because you've made her the center of your world. You've given her too much attention, too much investment, and too much emotional energy. The only way to flip the script is to change your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Most men operate from a scarcity mindset. They think, if I lose her, I'll never find another woman like her. That kind of thinking makes them weak. It makes them chase, settle, and tolerate disrespect. But when you have an abundance mindset, you know that one woman doesn't define your worth. You understand that there are millions of women out there, and losing one means nothing. Start by expanding your options. Meet new women, not to make her jealous, but to remind yourself that you are not limited. The more social proof you have, the more attractive you become. Women respect men who are in demand. If you're the type of guy who other women want, the woman who ignored you will start to notice. She will wonder why other women see something in you that she overlooked, and that's when she starts chasing. But an abundance mindset isn't just about dating multiple women, it's about how you see yourself. A high-value man knows that his worth isn't tied to one person's approval. He is confident whether a woman stays or leaves. He doesn't cling to anyone because he knows he is the prize. That's the energy that makes women want to be around you. Look at the men women respect the most. They're not desperate. They're not begging for attention. They're focused on their purpose, enjoying life, and surrounded by people who value them. That's the position you need to put yourself in. If she pulls away and you disappear into your own world of success and fulfillment, she will feel your absence. And that absence creates attraction. This doesn't mean playing games. It's not about pretending to have options. It's about actually having them. It's about building a life so fulfilling that no woman becomes your emotional lifeline. The men who live this way never have to chase. Women come to them because they radiate confidence, security, and abundance. If she's ignoring you, good. Let her. Use that time to build yourself up, expand your social circle, and remind yourself that you have choices. Because the moment you stop needing her, that's when she starts wanting you. 5. Master the art of silence. Most men panic when a woman pulls away. They immediately try to fix the situation by texting her, calling her, or asking what's wrong. They can't handle the silence, so they fill it with words, hoping to get a reaction. But what they don't realize is that silence is one of the most powerful tools a man can use. When a woman distances herself, your reaction tells her everything she needs to know about you. If you chase her, she sees you as weak. If you demand answers, she feels pressured. But if you do nothing, if you stay silent, she starts to feel your absence. She begins to wonder if she made the right decision. And that doubt is what makes her rethink her choices. Women are emotional creatures. They live in a world of feelings, uncertainty, and curiosity. When you give them silence, they start questioning things. They start missing you, not because you force them to, but because your absence creates a void. A man who can walk away without saying a word is rare. Most men can't do it. That's why it works. When she pulls away, stop all contact. Do not check on her. Do not send her long paragraphs. Do not ask if everything is okay. Let her sit with her decision. Let her wonder why you haven't reacted. Because the longer she hears nothing from you, the more she feels the consequences of her actions. This is not about playing mind games. It's about self-respect. A man who values himself doesn't beg for attention. He doesn't chase after someone who is pulling away. He understands that his presence is a privilege, and if she chooses to create distance, he won't fight it. Silence is also a great test. If she truly cares, she will come back. If she doesn't, then you have your answer. Either way, you win. You either regain her interest, or you clear space for a woman who truly values you. But if you never give her silence, you never give her the chance to miss you. Think about the men women desire the most. They are never the ones who are constantly available, constantly texting, constantly seeking validation. They are the ones who remain mysterious, who are unpredictable, who don't feel the need to explain themselves. That is the kind of man you must become. If a woman is ignoring you, do not react emotionally. Do not demand closure. Simply withdraw your energy and watch what happens. The more silent you become, the louder your absence speaks. And in most cases, she will come back because nothing is more attractive to a woman than a man who has the strength to walk away without looking back. 6. Invest in yourself, not in her most men. Make the critical mistake of putting all their time, energy, and focus into a woman who is pulling away. They obsess over why she's ignoring them, replay conversations in their head, and strategize ways to get her attention back. This is weak behavior. The more effort you put into chasing her, the less she respects you. The right move is to shift all that energy back into yourself. When a woman pulls away, she is testing your strength. She wants to see if you're a man who loses himself over a little rejection, or if you are someone who remains unfazed. A weak man collapses, but a strong man thrives. If she ignores you, you should be so busy improving yourself that you barely even notice. This is where most men fail. Instead of leveling up, they sit around feeling sorry for themselves, waiting for her to come back. Meanwhile, a high-value man sees distance as an opportunity. He uses the silence to focus on his goals, his body, his money, and his mindset. He becomes a better version of himself, and in doing so, he naturally attracts more attention, not just from her, but from other women as well. A man on his purpose is unstoppable. Women can feel it. They can sense when a man is dedicated to something bigger than them. This is what makes them chase. A woman doesn't want to be the center of your world. She wants to be part of a man's world that is already thriving. When she sees that you are constantly evolving, improving, and winning, she starts to feel like she's missing out. Think about the most attractive men. They are never the ones sitting around hoping for a woman's attention. They are busy working on themselves, grinding, building something valuable. And that energy is magnetic. Women cannot resist a man who is genuinely focused on his own success. If she distances herself, make sure the next time she sees you, you're on another level. Hit the gym and transform your physique. Upgrade your wardrobe. Start a new project. Develop new skills. Build your financial independence. Elevate your mindset. Become a man that she regrets ignoring. This isn't about revenge, it's about self-respect. Too many men waste months or even years chasing a woman who has already lost interest. They put their lives on hold, thinking that if they just say the right thing or wait long enough, she'll come back. But the truth is, nothing will bring her back faster than seeing you become the best version of yourself. Let her see what she walked away from. Let her feel the loss of your presence. And if she never comes back, it won't matter, because by then you'll have leveled up so much that you won't even want her anymore. 7. Let her feel the consequences. When a woman pulls away, most men react in ways that destroy their power. They beg, they apologize for things they didn't do, they try to fix what isn't broken, and they make it way too easy for her to come and go as she pleases. But here's the truth. If you don't let a woman feel the consequences of pulling away, she will never respect you. Respect is everything in attraction. A woman cannot be genuinely attracted to a man she does not respect. If she knows she can ignore you, distance herself, and still have you waiting like a lost puppy, she will never value you. But if she realizes that distancing herself means losing you, that's when she starts thinking twice. Most men make it too easy. A woman ignores their texts, yet they still check up on her. She cancels plans, yet they reschedule. She disappears for days, yet they keep a spot open for her. This is weak behavior. The moment a woman realizes that you are an option she can pick up and put down whenever she feels like it, you have lost the game. A high-value man does the opposite. When a woman distances herself, he doesn't chase. He doesn't try to force his way back into her life. Instead, he lets her feel the full weight of her decision. She ignores his texts. He doesn't text again. She stops calling. He removes himself completely. She acts like she doesn't care. He assumes she truly doesn't, and he moves accordingly. This approach is powerful because it forces her to make a decision. If she was just testing you, she will quickly realize she made a mistake. If she was losing interest, she will see that her actions have consequences. Either way, you put yourself in a winning position. A woman who values you will correct her behavior once she sees that you are not playing her game. She will come back on her own with more respect because she understands that a man like you will not tolerate disrespect. But if she doesn't return, that only proves that she was never really yours to begin with. And in that case, you didn't lose her, she lost you. The hardest part about this tactic is patience. Many men fold too soon. They hold the line for a few days, then panic and reach out. They assume silence isn't working and try to force a reaction. But the truth is, silence works when you commit to it. A woman may take days, weeks, or even months to realize what she lost. Your job is not to rush the process. It's to be completely fine either way. Never reward bad behavior. Never allow yourself to be treated like an afterthought. When a woman distances herself, do not try to convince her to stay. Let her feel the consequences of losing you. If she comes back, she will come back correctly. If she doesn't, then she made room for someone better. Either way, you win. When a woman distances herself, do not panic or chase after her. Instead, focus on yourself, remain silent, and let her feel the consequences of her actions. She'll either realize she made a mistake or confirm that she's no longer interested. By investing in yourself, maintaining your independence, and not tolerating disrespect, you put yourself in the driver's seat. A woman's true value for you is revealed when you stop chasing and start living your own life on your terms. Respect yourself, keep your cool, and remember, if she's meant to be in your life, she'll come back. If not, you're already better off.